Steps to writing and publishing your first book. You too can be an author. It doesn't matter if you use a pencil and paper, a pen and paper, an old typewriter collecting dust, but use something. However, a computer is faster and easier to put your words on paper. Or you may want to consider using your phone if you're constantly using that instrument to text. Put your phone to good use and write that story or book you've been thinking about, or telling everyone that you have a story and one day you're going to write it. Today is the day you will get the courage to write that book. Don't wait until the inspiration hits you, because that's the death of writing. Write when you don't have inspiration. Write when you're scrolling on your phone. Write when you don't feel like writing, and soon you will have something to work with when writing your first book. Nevertheless, if you only have your story and it's burning to get out of your brain, then write it, but if you want to go further and write more books, more stories, you have to read. Read all you can and read in different genres. If you don't know what a genre is, go to the dictionary section in the back of this book, but for the sake of brevity, an example of a genre is fiction. I write fiction, but this book is nonfiction. In the fiction genre, you can write about werewolves and vampires. That's an example of the paranormal genre, to which I will provide examples and discuss later in this book. Furthermore, I have provided examples of my books I've written in different romance subgenres. You will get excerpts as examples of dark romance, Blackstone series, contemporary romance, One Desire, historical romance, Seduced by an Earl, sci-fi romance, Star Splitter, and a dystopian short story, The Well. I'm not suggesting that you write in all these different genres of romance, or produce books in lots of different genres. Write what makes you happy, but there are pitfalls from writing whatever your heart desires if you want to make a living at it. However, there are rewards as well. This book is not to explain the problems of writing and publishing in a slew of genres, but to get you to pick up that pen and paper, phone or computer and write your book. However, one reason not to write in so many genres is because you may have to use different pen names. And the more pen names you have because you can't write children's books using the same name when writing a steamy romance is just one reason. But it's your book or books, and you make the choice. That's another discussion for another book. Now we have to concentrate on writing that first book, and then the next if you choose to continue writing. It's your choice. Writing is like sex. First you do it for love, then you do it for friends, and then you do it for money. Virginia Woolf. Read as much as you can, write as well as you can, and as much as you can. J.K. Rowling. Nothing is wasted in life, Rachel E. Rice. I think I said this, however, there are no original thoughts, only your own words, and the way you express or construct them when you put them on paper. This is what gives your words some originality. Your words are the sum of your experiences and what you read or don't read, but read as much as you can. It may seem that everyone is engaged in writing and publishing books or novels, but the reality is quite different. The process of writing, marketing, and selling a book requires significant persistence and time. However, if your goal is to write a book to explore your capabilities, share it with family and other relations, or challenge yourself as a lifelong learner by acquiring a new skill, you can certainly achieve that through writing a book or short story. I will assist you through the necessary steps, but the effort must come from you, as this is your project. I accepted the challenge years before, and have since published over 150 books under 3 different pen names, generating income to help through difficult times, and a difficult economy to afford some of the things necessary after I retired. Whether you started your career in writing later in life as I did, or much earlier, it can help in retirement and pay for some of those things you've wanted for yourself or needed in these uncertain times. Or you can just save the money from your books for your future, or for your children's inheritance. You decide. I won't claim I have always aspired to be an author. If that were the case, I would not be writing romance novels, but would still be pursuing a career in acting. From a young age, I dreamed of becoming an actress and immersed myself in various forms of literature, including books, plays, poetry, and movies. I even attended and graduated from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. But it soon became evident that my acting dream was unattainable. And that's another story yet to be told. Consequently, I set aside some aspirations and sought new dreams, which ultimately led me to writing and publishing books in the latter half of my life. I pursued a college education which was part of my life goals, and I successfully earned my degree. However, I do not suggest that college is a prerequisite for writing. There are many writers who aim to produce just one book, while others may wish to write multiple works. Nevertheless, you need to read books to understand how to write a book. You can read good books, bad books, children's books, comic books to understand what made that book worth reading and why you enjoyed it, or maybe didn't enjoy parts of it. So read with a critical eye, but do read, and most of all read for pleasure. This will assist you in your goals for writing and completing your book or novels. You be the judge. In this short book, I will provide resources below that can assist you in writing your own book and achieving your objectives. By following the guidelines presented here, you too can create a short book 1,000 words, novella 2,000 to 30,000, or even a full-length novel, 80,000 to 120,000 words. Throughout my journey to becoming a writer, I held various jobs that involved interacting with people. I have served and met individuals in diverse and unexpected locations across cities and countries I have lived in or visited. And because of my life lessons, I was able to author over 150 books in different genres of fiction. Moreover, in this concise guide, I will share valuable resources designed to assist you in the process of writing your own book and achieving your literary aspirations. By adhering to the steps outlined within these pages, you will find that it is entirely possible to craft a short book, a novella, or even a full-length novel. Throughout my journey in life, whether I was serving customers, meeting individuals in unexpected locations, or interacting with diverse communities during my travels, I consistently took the opportunity to observe and listen to their unique stories. You too may have encountered fascinating individuals or drawn inspiration from films that sparked ideas for your writing. Now is the perfect moment to transform those inspirations into reality. There is a saying that suggests one should remain silent in the presence of a writer. Yet at that time I did not identify as a writer or an author, nor did I believe I could become one. I was living and learning through my environment and the people whom I came into contact with. However, one day, fueled by my extensive reading and a passion for the cinema, I decided to embark on writing my first book. Initially, I felt compelled to produce a novel, and I succeeded in doing so, but it is important to note that you need not aim for an 80,000 word or 120K word manuscript right away. Starting small is perfectly acceptable. You can begin with a short book of 2,000 or 5,000 words. I am here to assure you that you too possess the ability to write and publish your own work.